everybody, Scott here with Everything Starts Somewhere. We are in the closet and we're going to replace this light. We need to put up a dimmer LED light to go with the new dimmer switch that we just installed recently. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll have a link to that video. It takes you through step by step on how to do that. So I'm going to hop up there, pull this one down, and then I've got this new one to put up. This is a dimmable LED. So it will work well with the new Lutron switch that we put in. Is a mounting plate in case you're going into a light fixture up there. This will bolt into it, and then they've got some screws, some wire nuts. They've got some wall anchors that you can put in, and they've also got a safety cable right there that you can put up to keep this thing from falling down. And it will need more than just the connection into the light receptacle. So they've got extra slots on the back of this for putting the screws through. So let's get to it. So it's always fun trying to figure out how these lights are up. Seems like each one is a little bit different. This one has a couple of tabs that slid off of the sides. So I'm going to see if that gives us some access to, yeah, it does. So it gives us access to pull down just the kind of semi-clear cover plate that diffuses the light. And looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that are up here holding this in. It is not mounted to a light plate. A lot of times you'll find those, well, when the house is installed, they'll put plates to hold different things. This one is not, and then we have our wiring right here coming through this. So with this, always recommend turning off the circuit breaker, but since this is on a light switch, once you turn the light switch off, there's no power coming up here. So as long as you don't have some kids or somebody gonna come around and turn a light switch on that's gonna cause you some issues, I'm gonna go ahead and just not turn the circuit breaker off because I got the light switch off. I'm not going to take it all the way down yet because I've still got the wiring that I need to disconnect. Looks like we just have hot, neutral, and the ground. Pretty simple. This is going to go up right in the center of the new light fixture is a knockout plate. That's where the wires are going to come through. Okay, so that is good. I have the lights from here. I'm going to grab my Klein Tools wire strippers, 12 gauge solid. I'm going to strip off just a little bit at the end of this. Same thing with my neutral. And if this is your first video watching with me, the red wire. So in DC wiring, you've got red hot and you've got black as your ground. House wiring, black is the hot, white is your neutral, copper is your ground. Black brings in power from your circuit breaker panel. The white neutral supplies a path for the electricity to get back to the circuit breaker panel, and your bare copper or green is your ground wire. So just keep that in mind. They do wire them differently between your DC and AC for a house. So just be aware that if you're looking at black, it has power on it if you're looking at it in the house. So just now getting this back in to hold the wires to make sure they don't ever move or slip or anything. Most likely they wouldn't, unless I was in the attic pulling on wires for some reason. All right, this is a flathead. You don't want to screw this super tight so it's smashing things in there. 12 gauge copper is pretty strong, but no reason to put extra stress or tension on it. All right, that is good and solid. Now just some wire nuts they provided. Do my ground first. just in case something ever crazy would happen. I typically do ground first, so there's a path for the electricity to go away from me. All right, nice and snug. Give a tug, wire's good. And neutral, white to white. Now making sure the tips of the wires are both even before I screw on the wire nuts. That way I make sure that it is biting in. Inside is metal, it's not all plastic. Plastic's just on the outside. Inside is a tapered threaded area that pulls them in tighter and tighter as it screws down. Okay, I'm gonna jump down, hit the light switch, and see if we have dimmable LED lights. All right, we got dimmable LED lights. Dim it all the way down, back up, gonna turn it off, back on. Excellent. All right, so that's all good. All I have to do now is tuck the wires up in and snap the new cover on. I'm just going to kind of fold these wires up, try not to block the LED rows. So a lot of stuff like this comes with some protective plastic on it. Get that pulled off and out of the way. We are good. Light fixture done and complete. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you've enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, I'd like it if you could click on that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. I've got many more of these how-to videos coming down the road. This is my third one in my DIY home electrical. So I hope you're enjoying them, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, tools I used in doing this. My Phillips, this is also nice too with Klein tools. It shows you on the end what type it is. So my standard Klein tools, insulated screwdrivers, my Klein tools wire strippers, this is a Craftsman utility knife. Use that just to cut the box open, get everything out, and then some Lineman's pliers. Use those to break out this metal tab so I can get the wires pushed through. And over here is a pretty bright, it's just a Craftsman LED light. Really good, low power, puts out a lot of juice. So thanks for hanging out.